Hello, everyone, and welcome to our podcast. Today, we're talking about a topic that affects us all climate change. And today, we're joined by Michu, Michelle, Paul, and her hostess at the moment, Kimi. In recent years, the weather has changed a lot. Some days are very hot and sunny, but other days are wet, windy, or even glowing a gale. Sometimes the weather suddenly changes from glorious to miserable. In the past, the climate was more gris and chilly, but now it can feel very sticky and humid. Scientists say temperatures will continue to rise, and this is affecting all life on Earth.
I like your point of view, Kimi, because climate change is mainly caused by pollution, deforestation, and human activities. Because of this, we are seeing more extreme weather. For example, there are strong thunderstorms, heavy rain pouring down, and cities getting flooded. Sometimes it started experience, and then suddenly everything is shocked. And also, animals are suffering. If temperature increase too much, many species would disappear. And the truth is that more the temperature rise, the worse the situation becomes.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think some people still believe climate change is just a hype. They don't take it seriously. Personally, I think that's dangerous. If we don't act now, the future will be very miserable and even hopeless. In the past, people thought the planet would recover easily, but now we know it wouldn't be so possible. Also, extreme weather affects our emotions. When the weather is too bitter or stormy, people feel down and stressed. Some people just want to switch off and ignore the problem or let off steam instead of taking actions.
Yeah, exactly. But I think there are solutions. For example, government and people are going to reduce emission and protect forests because nature can help us because, like it absorbs carbon dioxide. And also, I think in the future we will need to act faster because if we don't, more areas will be flooded and extreme weather will become more common. And that the situation is terrible. So the good news is that we still have time. So if we act now, the future could be better and even brighten it up for the next generation, right?
Yeah, you're right. So, what do you think, guys? How does climate change affect your daily life?
Well, in my case, when the weather is too hot or humid, I feel uncomfortable and tired.
Same here. When there is a thunderstorm or heavy rain pouring down, it affects transportation and daily activities.
Yeah, that's right. And sometimes, the weather change so quickly, especially here in the city. One moment it's sunny and then suddenly it's windy and cold. So we don't know basically.
Yeah, the weather is always changing. But do you think climate change is real or just a hype?
It's definitely real. The evidence is everywhere.
I agree because the more we ignore it, the worse it will get.
Yeah. So in this situation, what can we do as students?
I know. We can recycle more and save energy by turning off the lights and electronics when we don't need them. We can also use reusable bottles and bags to reduce plastic waste.
That's a good idea. We can learn more about climate change and share information with our friends or family. For example, we can talk about how some days are extremely hot, others wet or blowing a gale, and explain what is happening. Awareness is the first step to change.
I see your point, Michelle, and we can take small action every day to protect the environment. For example, we can walk or bike instead of using cars, plant streets, or help school gardeners, and even support renewable energy projects. if we all start now, our efforts will make a big difference in the future, because the more we act, the better the planet will be.
Yeah, so in conclusion, climate change is a serious problem.
If we act now, we can create a better future, you know?
Yeah,
Mhm.
if we don't act, the consequences will be very serious.
So let's take action before it's too late. So thank you for your attention.
Thank you for
Thank
listening.
you.
Thank you so much.